Today is one of those moments in aviation that we always hope that never ever happens, but most of us do plan for it. And unfortunately today, if you're a Spirit Airlines pilot, your career didn't just change, your entire financial trajectory just got disrupted overnight. And here's the reality. This isn't just about finding your next flying job. This is about protecting everything you've built up to this point and making sure one event doesn't permanently damage your long-term financial future. Personally, I've been there and done that. 23 years ago, I got laid off and I had to completely rearrange my financial picture and actually had to end up changing careers. Fortunately today, the aviation industry is not as fragile and as volatile as it was back then. Today you have more choices, but either way, the choices that you do make going forward are extremely important. We're going to talk about a couple of things for you just to keep in mind as you go through this hard and tumultuous time for yourself and for your family. The first and most important thing is to stabilize. Do not make emotional financial decisions. Right now, the biggest mistake that you can make is reacting emotionally with your money. This is the financial equivalent of entering severe turbulence. You do not make aggressive control inputs. You stabilize the aircraft first. And that means do not rush into liquidating investment accounts. Do not make drastic allocation changes and don't panic sell long-term investments. Your investment portfolio was not built for a single employer. It was built for a 30-plus year retirement timeline. Short-term income disruption does not justify long-term financial damage. Liquidity planning. Now we have to shift to what actually matters immediately, and that's cash flow. You need to clearly answer one of these questions. How long can I operate without a paycheck? And also focus on cash reserves like checking, savings, brokerage accounts, available lines of credit, final payouts from your contract, whether you have vacation pay, however they're going to structure that, that's part of this. And also, more importantly, spousal income or secondary income sources if you have it. Your goal should be to build a 12-month financial runway, if at all possible. And if you don't have that, then at Aviation Retirement Strategies here, we can create it for you strategically, tax efficiently, and without blowing up your long-term plan. Number 3. Probably one of the most important is your retirement accounts, because this is where most pilots have their largest asset base. Avoid costly mistakes. And this is usually also where we see the most damage happen. You likely have assets in a 401k plan. You might have some other benefits with the company depending on whether you're management or not. Everybody's a little bit different, but the contract for most of the pilots, it's pretty much the same. So make sure that you go through the contract and we see what kind of benefits that you have that could potentially help you and strategically structure them so that we can actually use them properly for the current transition that you're going to be in. Do not cash out retirement accounts. It's going to trigger unnecessary taxes or penalties, and especially rolling over funds to somewhere else without a specific plan. Do not buy products like life insurance, annuities, things that will lock your money up. There's a lot of people out there that are going to come out and they're going to try to sell you something that's not necessarily good for you long term. And if you do want to do that, make sure that you do have a very, very good reason for actually doing so. Every move that you make here has a long-term consequence, and this is where strategy matters. Proper rollovers, tax positioning, and maintaining the flexibility for future income. And if handled correctly, this moment can actually improve your long-term financial structure. Handled incorrectly, it can set you back years and years, and that's not what you want to do, especially during these times. And 4, career transition. Financial strategy here really matters. As you evaluate your next move, whether that's going to another airline, corporate aviation, or something else outside of aviation altogether, your financial strategy needs to be able to adapt with it. Here's some key considerations. The timing of the income restart, potential signing bonuses with other carriers and how they're structured, reallocate relocation costs, and changes in retirement contributions and benefits if you have a spouse that's currently working, and for your next job that you might be able to get where you can structure your investments in such a way to adapt to those plans if you have already plans for those or have already talked to somebody about it. Not all job offers are equal, especially when viewed through a financial lens. This is where pilots get into trouble, making a career decision without understanding the financial trade-offs. And finally, keep in mind that this is just a turning point. This is not the end. Here's the most important thing that I can tell you from experience of having to go through the same type of transition that you're having to go through at this point. This moment, it really does feel like a setback, but it doesn't have to become a permanent financial loss. With the right structure, you can protect what you've built, you maintain control, you can also position yourself to fully participate in what comes next. And at Aviation Retirement Strategies, the sole reason why I created this company is because this is exactly what we do. We help pilots navigate moments like this with clarity, structure, but most importantly, a plan so that you can stay in control of your financial future. Because your career may have changed, but your long-term financial future really doesn't have to. We wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to talking with you, and hopefully we can help you in making the best out of a moment that seems so fragile and so unpredictable at this time. But just take my word for it, things will get better in the future. Best of luck to you.